we're going to switch over and we're going to be talking about the highlight acting troupe. Oh my goodness.
Hi, hello.
You lost two of your people. They were supposed to.
I did,
But
yeah.
that's okay.
Unfortunately, they fell sick this week.
Yeah,
so
well, you know.
We figured we didn't want to spread it around.
I'll tell you, I love to spread joy, but I don't like to spread germs.
Same. We're big. Actually, it's one of the signs on our hand sanitizer at our rehearsal spaces: spread joy, not germs.
Oh,
So,
okay. Oh,
yeah.
I like that. Spread joy, not
Yeah.
germs. I like that.
Yeah.
I think I might use that.
It's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. So you're doing Barefoot in the Park, which is
Yes.
a Neil Simon, of course, and it's
Yeah.
a standard. So tell me
Yes.
about it.
So Barefoot in the Park, it opened up in 1963 on Broadway. Neil
Was that
Simon's-
when it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
1963. Yep. It was his longest running production. And it's about this newlywed couple, Cori and Paul. They are freshly moving into their first New York City apartment, and they
Was this
are
with Jane? Did Jane Fonda play this?
in the
Yeah,
movie.
that's
Yep,
right.
and Robert Redford.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, the movie's outstanding as
Yeah.
well. And they're moving into their apartment in New York City, and her mother is sort of adjusting to her new life as an empty nester, and they're kind of adjusting to their new life cohabitating, which doesn't go all that smoothly, but they're a young couple that's kind of learning.
To get along?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Okay.
how to share the same space. And
I saw the movie a long time ago. I have to revisit that
yeah,
again.
it's fantastic. I actually, when we were doing auditions, rewatched the movie myself as well, and just remembered how much I love this film and this production.
Well,
and
Neil Simon has a knack for making like a human feeling to his
yes.
characters.
Yeah, it's interesting. Cori is actually a character that I've wanted to play since I was way too young to play
So
her.
you're in the play?
Yes, yeah, I
Okay.
play Cori.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought so.
and
I had it written down.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
forget to mention that. So she's a very realistic person. You know, I feel like a lot of times when you're auditioning, sometimes for female roles, they can be a little one note. You can kind of end up just sort of playing this same kind of character over and over.
Mm-hmm.
Cori's very flawed. Like, she's not this perfect person, and she's definitely has a lot of growing and learning to do, I think.
So you had to get into her skin.
Yeah. You know, it's actually very interesting to see, you know, I've been married for 10 years, to see the things that I kind of remember from when I was a newlywed as well. Kind of being like, oof, yeah, you know, I joke with my husband, the only difference between Cori and I is that I say thank you. So,
Okay.
you know, actually my husband is playing the role of Paul. He's actually playing opposite
Oh,
of
he's
me.
he's in it too.
Yes,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness, how great that is.
Yeah, that was a kind of last minute thing I got him to audition. It's a very physical role. So I thought that I'd be most comfortable working with my husband.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah,
so
yeah,
far
yeah.
our chemistry works.
But in the
So,
fact that he made the audition.
I have a very wonderful husband
Yeah.
who worked very hard to get himself ready for that audition
Oh,
as well.
okay, yeah. So he had a good
so
coach, I bet.
I did help a bit, but yeah, my shout out to my husband. He is
Yeah.
a wonderful addition to the show and doing this kind of for me.
Yeah.
So,
Now, I'm just looking to see when it is. Okay.
February 28th is the opening
Yep,
night.
to March 2nd.
Yep, through March
Same as
2nd.
Restaurant Week.
Yes, yeah. So grab a meal, come
And
see
then
the show.
come see the show.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now
that'd be
where
awesome.
can we see the show?
So we are at the Brunswick Grange. We're at 7 Grange Road in Troy, right at the top of Hoosick Street.
Okay, yeah, so it's easy to find.
Yeah, very easy to get to. It's like one quick left turn.
How's the
off.
parking?
The parking's not bad. We have off-street parking there.
Okay,
Yep.
so you're all set. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we do.
People always ask that, well, where do I park?
Yeah, we as the cast, we find parking elsewhere. So
Yeah,
that
because you
we
want to
leave
leave
it-
space.
Yes, we
It's
leave
like
as much
employee. If you're an
available.
employee, you don't park.
Yes, yeah,
You know, in front of the
exactly.
place. Yeah.
Right. So we do have a good parking situation there, fortunately, and we're pretty centrally located as well.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about the rest of the cast.
Yes. So we
Besides
have,
your husband.
Yeah, of course. So Jackie DeGorgis is playing my mother, and she's a very
She couldn't be here today. but
no,
yeah,
she
yeah.
couldn't be here. Well, Jackie is wonderful. Jackie is absolutely, I always joke, she reminds me a lot of Carol Burnett. She's a very physical comedy. And the mother has a lot of very funny moments like that. She's a very kind of stuffy person who's kind of learning to open up a little bit. And Jackie does a wonderful job with that. Michael plays Victor Velasco. He is my upstairs neighbor. He's
Yeah, I remember
very
that
eccentric.
character. Yeah.
Yes. And he is also an absolute, I mean, he's been with
He
the
comes in
Highlight
through the
Acting
window
Troupe.
or something?
He does.
Yeah,
He
see,
comes
I
in and out
remember, I
from my
remember
bedroom
that.
window. Yes,
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he walks across to,
Yeah.
he hasn't paid his rent in a while. So he's breaking into his own apartment through mine. a lot.
Exactly.
That's,
Yeah.
That's kind of
I remember something about the window. That's
the window, and there's a broken skylight, and it's a whole drama. But Mike, he's been with us for, I think he's kind of the first season of the Highlight Acting Troupe. This is our 40th
Wow,
anniversary season
yeah,
this year.
yeah.
So Mike has been doing shows right since the beginning, and he's a wonderful Victor. He's very funny.
Yeah, that's good. And you've got to have, you got to have that style that you can get into a part and make people laugh.
Yes, yeah, and that's I think the interesting thing about this show is there's drama and there's this sort of conflict between the two of them, but it's so funny. It's very
Well, that's Neil Simon, though.
Yeah, Neil Simon makes a very good job of finding the humor in life. I
Yeah, he
think.
does.
And
I mean,
so-
and we're talking, as I mentioned with Neil Simon, you're looking at normal, everyday life, and yet he can make it, pull something out of it to make you laugh and to make you identify.
Right, make you really connect with these characters.
Exactly.
Yeah. I read this show for the first time when I was like 14, I think.
Okay.
And from that day, I was like, we have to do this show.
Yeah.
We just have to.
It just took a while, huh?
Only a couple of years, only a couple of decades. But yeah, so it's a wonderful show. It's a very human show. I think a lot of people will see themselves in the characters. I think you can, couples who have been together for decades will look back and laugh, and people who are just starting out, I think, will see themselves.
"Whoops."
So, yeah, so
Exactly.
there's something for everybody in the show.
Well, I'm really happy to hear that. Now, this isn't your last show of the season, is it?
No, this is our last show of the season. So we do a spring show, which would be this one. We have a children's summer program. We also do a fall and a Christmas show.
Okay,
and
so
our
you do
fall
like
show-
4 a year or something
Yes,
like that.
roughly
What do you do
about
for your
4.
children's show?
For our children's show, it does shift. I think some
I mean,
years-
are there children in it, or is it a show for children?
Oh no, there's children in the shows.
Okay,
Yep,
okay.
children and adults. We do typically our fall and our Christmas show are for children and adults.
Okay, good,
And
good.
that is a joy. Working with the kids is so. It's incredible to see them from the start to the finish, just how much they grow and change. So
Yeah.
we're doing the Crucible for the fall. So if anyone is interested in auditioning for the Crucible, we are casting that as well.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Actually, are you part of the CRFD?
I believe
Because
we might
they're doing a
be.
little piece of the Crucible. That's why I.
Oh, I believe I've met Patrick
Oh, you
a
just saw
couple
Patrick.
of times.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Excuse me for a minute. Highlight. It's under highlight. Be under H, right?
Yeah,
Highlight acting
Yep.
troupe.
Oh,
there
there's
you are,
us.
right in the
Yeah.
middle.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's so cool.
So you are a part of it. And they
Yes,
said
yeah.
somebody was going to do a part from the Crucible, and I wonder if it is your group.
I don't think that's us. I think we have a one act that we wrote that we're going to be.
Oh, you're gonna be doing something
Yes,
else.
they
Gotta be
are
cool,
going to be.
isn't it, in June?
I'm so
Yeah.
excited for that. Patrick does wonderful work in this area.
Amazing.
He's just an asset to the community theater.
If people only realized what a force he is.
And he's
the-
everywhere. He's such a busy man, and he makes time to come see. He came to see our production of And Then There Were None last fall, and
He's amazing because, I mean, when I get his Christmas letter, I don't know. We've been friends for years, so I get a Christmas letter from her. 300 productions we saw this year, and I'm going, wait,
Incredible.
there's only 365 days. Wait, how do you do that?
I don't know how he.
And
finds
then he
time.
lists some of them, but not all of them. Thank goodness, because we would run out of paper.
It would just be pages. Yeah, he is.
I mean, he goes to New York City, he goes here, he goes there.
he
goes
said I think he was going to Broadway last time I spoke to him. He was
Well,
going
he's
down
going
to
this
Broadway.
Sunday, he told me. Last time I
him.
saw him, he says, I'm
Yeah.
going down this Sunday. So, and I ran into
Incredible.
Chris Foster, and I said, I says, are you going down? And I was at a play, and he was there as well. They were there, he was there as
Yeah.
well. And I said, "Oh, are you going?" He says, "Yeah, I'm going down this weekend." And that was I don't think it was this. I don't know, but they must go
Probably
down every
many
weekend.
weekends. I know. Yeah,
I know.
He's such a so very involved and passionate, and he's really bringing a lot of great stuff to the community theater in this area.
We're very fortunate.
We
so,
are,
yeah, but I do want to thank you for being here and telling
Yes,
us
thank you
about
so much
Barefoot
for
in the
having
Park,
us, yeah.
Neil Simon's play. And remember, you can see that from the 28th to March 2nd
Yes.
in at the Brunswick Grange, which is at the top of the hill in Troy. Again, I want to give a big shout out for CRFT, which is the Capital Region Festival of Theater. Things are moving so quickly in our community as far as theater goes, and I tell you, the bedrock is Patrick White.
Yeah, he is.
Really is.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a vision and he just goes with it.
Yeah,
So,
he's doing a great job bringing everyone together.
good. So all I say is break a leg.
Thank you.
Good. And you've been watching Capital Region Today. Thank you for watching. We always have a great show coming up with great people and interesting topics. It's just been a blessing to be able to be part of this. I'm Ann Pearlie, your producer and host of Capital Region Today.